Hi, my name is Sophia Popowski, and today I'll be giving you a report on how technical writing is applied and used in my desired profession. My desired profession is material science and engineering, and for this report I interviewed Dr. Rick Reedy, who is a professor at the University of North Texas in the Department of Material Science and Engineering. So when I first started interviewing Dr. Reedy, I asked him what types of writing he uses in this profession. And he answered with saying that he uses more right branch writing or technical writing, and he does so through the use of many different types of documents. He uses it in presentations, in papers, letters of recommendation, and especially in emails. He emphasized that emails were extremely important in this profession. And the software he used for these is he used Microsoft Word for his papers and letters of recommendation, and he used a software called Zotero for his organizing and collecting all the data that he and information that he had. Next I asked him on the type of how he wrote these documents that he needs for this profession, and he had a few steps that he used. First, he said to declutter everything, declutter his desk, declutter his mind, figuratively, literally, declutter. The next thing he did was he said that when he writes, he edits simultaneously. It's a little bit more informal. Normally you're told to write a rough draft, go through and edit and review. He said that as he writes in the workplace, he writes and edits as he goes along. And then a third step he had was to list all the important points that he wanted to get across in the document at the bottom of the document. And as he did so, he would check to see which points he had already gone through, and he would cross those ones off, and then he would have the rest of them laid out so that he could see what he still needed to do. Lastly, he said that as he wrote, he made sure to save all documents, date them as he saved them, but save them onto a network that backs up daily. So after that, I talked to him about how time and writing kind of correlate in the workplace, and he said he had told me that in the material science and engineering workplace at the University of North Texas, he said that writing normally takes up about 60 to 75% of his time, so time is very important in this profession, as it is in probably every other profession. Time is extremely important. But he said that in this, he focuses on his colleagues. His writing focuses on his colleagues and his students. And because of this, it takes a lot of time. He also said that when he writes really lengthy assignments, when he has really lengthy writings he needs to do, that he makes sure to set himself aside, close his office door, and make that time for that, although he is very aware that sometimes certain situations don't permit you that much time, that ability to step aside and close the door. So he said that sometimes the work you get done is just going to have to do. Lastly, I asked him how others used his writing, and he said pretty much that just the students just need to interpret the writing that he does. Other than that, the purpose of his writing is strictly to teach, and the students need to interpret that writing. But he also, when I asked about whether he enjoyed this type of writing, the technical right-branched writing, he actually said no. He said that it is not enjoyable, but it is necessary for the workplace. But he does enjoy writing in his free time, writing on Facebook, having opinionated things to say, and but he is not a fan of technical writing, especially because in emails, when you have people who are really sensitive to certain topics, it takes a lot more effort and time to go through and be tedious and everything that he needs to talk about. But other than that, in conclusion, writing in material science is extremely crucial. It is very important. It takes up a lot of time and effort in the workplace. But yeah, you wouldn't expect for writing to be so crucial in a science-based profession, but after talking to Dr. Reedy, I am very aware that it will take up a lot of my time and a lot of my effort, and that it is very important to know and be able to have the fundamentals of technical writing to achieve success in the workplace.